This is Sixiron, my RuneScape-inspired solo Ironman character in Final Fantasy XI. What that means is no partying or trading with other players, no auction house, and no bazaars. Last episode, Sixiron was just given a mission to stop the revival of the Shadow Lord. But what does every story need before a big fight? A training montage. Without a satisfying day at the end, Sixiron had a new sub-job leveled and ready to go. But a new sub-job wasn't the only thing I needed to get ready. In Castle Astroja, I got my rogue's culottes from a treasure coffer, and at the deepest parts of the dungeon, after gathering the 3 Yagudo passwords, I was able to collect the Yagudo crest from Matt. In Devoy, I got some old gauntlets from the coffer, and then didn't realize I could have my curse cured by a trust for way too long before receiving my orcish crest. I camped out at level 60 in Kufdal Tunnel before heading to Beidou, expecting to have to fight the Ruby Quada if the aggro's to True Sound. Lucky for me though, it ended up being the least eventful trip of the 3 strongholds. I turned in the 3 crests to Matt, and, as always, picked up the next quest immediately. This time I didn't have to travel to some far-off dangerous place, but instead had to find 4 specific people based on hints from Matt alone. Or just look them up on the wiki. The boy who thinks of his sick mother. A boy watching over Dalzak's home while he's off adventuring. A man known for his magic doll upgrades. And a man who started raising his own sheep to get some good wool. And just like that, my level cap was now 70. I then stopped by Durable Shields to ask about getting these old gauntlets repaired. Goslam said they were beyond his skill, but Deadly Minnow pointed me towards the Tenshodo. At the Tenshodo, Yen Pokanaku offered to sell me an old toolbox that she left in Port Juno. The ghost of Borkert showed up at the box and offered to repair the gloves if I brought him some shadow flames from Castle Zaval. I went over there and quickly killed the dark spark to get them. Borkarts then repaired the gloves into some rogue armlets, and I now had my third piece of artifact armor. I desperately needed to get something useful for my belt slot, so I went to the Marithapod Mountains to kill Chon-Chon and get a headlong belt. With my limit breaks and artifact out of the way, I took the long ride to Ottergon. I later realized that there's a Unity Warp available to skip the boat entirely, but the music made it worth the trip. Once I arrived in Whitegate, I quickly signed up to be a mercenary at Salahim Sentinels to get access to Sanction and a Mog Locker. Though, maybe I should have read the fine print before signing my life away. I then killed a lot of birds to get to level 70. To get past level 70, I needed to steal a thief's testimony from high-level thief beastmen. The success rate isn't great. From what I read online, 11 tries is pretty lucky. While trying to rob the beasties, I took care of a few other things as well. In the Labyrinth of Bonzozo, I farmed 4 quick grenades from the Goblin Miners, and then went back to Nana to start my last artifact quest. She was still trying to find Artefane's treasure and needed me to get 2 more clues from the other thieves that participated in Rotterdam's quest. The first thief wanted those 4 quick grenades for his clue. And the second wanted a special bomb coal from Garlich Citadel. With the last 2 clues, Nana was able to figure out that the band would be meeting in Ordell's caves, and we went to nab the treasure before they got there. But nothing is ever that easy. They showed up right as we were counting the loot. After a quick debate about whether or not to kill us, Votteraim decided to knock us out and erase our memories, hoping that one day we would chase after him. He left a pair of rogues' poulains and some gems in the chest to keep us from being suspicious when we woke up. Nana let me have the boots, giving me my 4th piece of artifact armor. During the testimony grind, I also went to the Temple of Ugalepit to kill Sozu Rogberry and got a thief's knife. With the testimony obtained, it was time to challenge Matt and raise my level cap to 75. As a thief, you can instantly beat Matt if you manage to steal a scroll of instant warp from him. But when that fails, a good old-fashioned wallop works just fine. Completing his final challenge, Matt raised my level cap one last time. At level 71, I was now able to accept my first weapon skill quest from Jaco Wakandalo in Kazan to learn Evisceration. I went to the Zura Mines to get to level 75 and work on my weapon skill quest. It was there that I learned just how strong I could be with the right truss. was ready. The only thing standing between Sixiron and the Shadow Lord was a castle full of demons. Not even death could stop the Shadow Lord. His ever-burning rage would fuel him until he exacts his revenge. But perhaps he still had a shred of humanity left in him. Something or someone that he could not let go of. The Galka Tailkeeper that was once Roagrim could never forget the sacrifice of his beloved Cornelia. She would be his salvation. So, the Shadow Lord was defeated, not by a sword or dagger, but by love. All according to plan.